To ensure a high-quality experience for our community, Skillshare maintains a set of guidelines that every class must meet in order to remain on the platform. We recommend familiarizing yourself with our guidelines below before you dive into planning your class. The rest of the teacher handbook will provide you with plenty of tips and guidance to make sure your class is meeting this criteria. Skillshare Class Guidelines. All classes on Skillshare need to meet the following criteria. Scroll to the bottom of this page to learn more about how classes are reviewed to make sure they meet these guidelines. All classes must teach on a permitted topic. Skillshare classes cover a wide variety of topics related to creativity, the arts, design, freelance, entrepreneurship, lifestyle, and productivity. There's a lot of room for unique and specific skills and expression within these fields, but some topics are off limits. Head here to see the full list of topics that are not allowed on Skillshare. Meet standards for audio and video quality. High-quality audio and video ensures students can stay focused on learning. The audio in your class must be clear and easy to understand, without distracting background noises. Avoid background hum, fuzziness, crackling, and echoes. Be sure that your audio is matched to your video footage and comes out of both channels. Your video must be shot with high-resolution 720p or HD with a steady camera, clear lighting, and framing. Screencast images and text must be sharp, not blurry or pixelated. Include an introduction video. An introduction video lets students know what they're about to learn, and provides you with an opportunity to share your experience and background. Students need to understand what to expect from your class and why they should trust you. This is your chance to tell them. Every class must have an introduction video that stands on its own and clearly explains what the class is about. Your introduction video can also serve as a trailer for your class, since you're able to share it on social media and other platforms. Limit self-promotion. Teaching on Skillshare is a great way to grow your brand and build your community. We encourage you to link to your website and social media accounts from your Skillshare profile. Within your classes, though, marketing of your own brand must be limited so that students can stay focused on learning. Self-promotion, for example, discussing your personal brand or business. Encouraging students to follow you on social media or visit your website. Sharing logos or other personal branding should only happen within your first video lesson and your last video lesson. Include a class project. We believe in learning by doing, and that's why all Skillshare classes are project-based. All classes on Skillshare need to have a project component, ideally one that is fun and engaging. When uploading your class, be sure to include clear project instructions that specify what students should do or make during or after taking your class, and what they should upload to your class's project gallery. Include well-organized content. Great instruction requires great structure. Classes must be based upon a lesson plan or course outline. Each of your video lessons must have a clear title that reflects the content of the lesson. Each class or video section should only be uploaded once. Classes that are overly repetitive in content may be removed. Share unique educational value. Your video lessons should include narration all throughout as you impart your expertise through tips, best practices, frameworks, concepts, theory, and/or examples that are your own. Your personal knowledge, experience and insight are the most valuable things you have to share. Classes may not draw from external materials that did not originate with the teacher for a significant portion of the class. Very visual presentation. Your class should contain varied visuals throughout. For example, include on-screen text and example images, or switch between talking head shots and slides. Talking head shots need to be well lit with professional backdrops. Slides need to be well structured and visually appealing. Avoid rambling, or excessive pauses. Meet minimum standards for length. Classes must include at least 10 minutes of video content. Foster genuine learning. We support authentic, inspired learning. All classes on Skillshare are, first and foremost, educational. Classes may not consist simply of a walkthrough, review, or demo of a certain website or tool without any added knowledge-based value from the teacher. In addition, classes that guarantee or promise a specific outcome or are geared primarily towards helping students achieve a static or monetary reward, for example follow a count on a platform, a specific income, are not permitted. Adhere to our community guidelines. We take the safety of our community seriously, which means all classes must meet our community guidelines. Teachers must be the primary content producer behind their classes, post legal content, comply with other companies' trademark copyright rules, and interact with students and members of our team with respect. Teachers may not publish classes into our premium catalog that are available for free off of Skillshare. Classes should be made for Skillshare, and not branded for any other online teaching platforms, and teachers should not direct students to competing educational platforms. Head here to see a few additional rules on teaching that every teacher should keep in mind when creating a class. Skillshare's class moderation process. To ensure all classes meet our class guidelines, Skillshare's team of moderators reviews every new class that has submitted. If we find any guideline violations in your class, you'll receive an email within 72 hours of publishing it, and your class will be closed, which means students will no longer be able to access it. In some cases, you may have the opportunity to make updates to your class in accordance with our guidelines. From there, our team will re-review your class and reopen it to students if everything looks good. Classes that are not reopened may be permanently deleted by the Skillshare team after 90 days. Learn more about Skillshare's moderation process here. If you have any questions at all about Skillshare's class guidelines or moderation process, we are here to help. Email our teacher support team at teach@skillshare.com, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for listening to me Wham Bam Strawberry Jam.